Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to the channel. We're going to start our free-to-play series where I want to challenge myself to get to tier 10 with 2,000 average damage and 60% plus win rate without spending a single penny in the game. And yes, people have messaged me saying, look, this is useless because you are an experienced player. You should be able to do it. Yes, I should be able to do it. Yes, I definitely should be able to do it, but it's something that I want to personally try to see if it is possible. I mean, we're not going to spend anything on the game, which means we are going to have to play everything completely stock, and that is something that I haven't yet done. So most of my on my main account now, if I buy a new tank, I've got enough free XP to use that to not play completely stock. I mean, now we're going to have to play completely stock track, stock engine, stock turret, and stock gun. So it was just a challenge on my behalf of what I wanted to achieve. I mean, I wanted to say I've done it from tier 1 to tier 10, 2,000 average damage, 60% plus win rate. So we're going to start off with tier 2. But before I get on to the battle, some of you might have seen my YouTube post a few days ago that I'm going to be doing a charity stream. I'm going to be, not a charity stream, sorry. I'm going to be doing a charity skydive, a parachute jump, in aid of the Lucy Faithful Foundation. So it's basically a foundation, a charity that helps support children against sexual assault. It helps prevent it. It helps help the children that are suffering with it, and it actually also helps the men, the adults, and not just the men, the females that actually have thoughts of doing this, and it helps train them. So it's something that is very, very close to my heart. I will put a link in the description for my GoFundMe page. I really want to raise enough money to help these guys out, and obviously to get me that jump in the first place. So if you can, please donate whatever you can. It will really mean a great lot to me. So the Panzer 35T. Now this is the tier 2, and you guys wanted me to play the RU line. So we're going to go up to, which is called the Leopard 1 line, which I don't mind. I don't mind at all. But playing it all completely stock, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Now this was my first ever battle. It was my first. You get one battle that is against, that is the training, and then you have to buy a tier 2, and then that is your first battle. So my first battle, we get 7 kills, no problem at all. It was only a second class. We get the Raz. I mean, look how damage compared. So playing this completely free, completely from scratch, I have actually noticed from that game and this game in tier 3, I think it's actually impossible to get a mastery badge when you are playing against bots, like real bots. Because that game just there, 7 kills in a tier 2, over 1,000 damage, 100%, that should have been a mastery. And I had another battle in a tier 2, which was, I think it was 4th in the highest damage in the Hall of Fame. And that also was just the first class. So it's baffling. I don't know. It's baffling. I don't know if it is that. If that's the reason. If you're against bots, it's impossible to ace. But again, this battle here, which is the Panzer 3, I think. So we're up to tier 3. We're up to the tier 3. So this series, what I'm going to do is this video. Obviously, we're going to show you tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Tier 1 is no point because you have to get the tier 2 into your in the tutorial. And so after this, I'm going to be doing 2 videos for each tier when I make my way up. So the next tier is tier 5, and it is the Leopard. So I'm going to be doing a video when I get that, when it is completely stock, or pretty much. If I've got free XP, guys, because I'm going to be watching videos for the gold, and I'm going to be using that gold for either free XP if I've got it, or credits, because credits are so tough to grind with no premium. I mean, I've got premium now because I get certificates when you do missions, so it is possible. It really is possible to get the premium time, to get the gold, to get credits, or to get free XP or anything like that. And of course you get boosters as well when you do the missions. So I do think it is going to be possible to get my target. Just how long it's going to take me to get there. So the Panzer III it's a nice little tank. We're now on 3 kills, 900 damage. There's still 4 tanks left alive, and we are still full hit points. Now, I think this battle, we are actually up against 5 bots, 5 real bots, which we're going to show you just at the end of the game, and how you know that they're actually bots, or you'll know they're bots in game because they do the same routine. So this guy here, the Cruiser 3, if you join the next battle, he'll be in exactly the same place at exactly the same time, doing exactly the same thing. It's crazy when you look at it. It's like deja vu when you are actually in battle, and it's the same tanks as well that they're in. It's pretty funny, to be honest. So this battle, we are 5 kills, just 2 tanks left alive. The M3 Stuart, he's only on really low hit points, so I do want to clear him just to get my 6th kill. And we're on pretty much 1400 damage, which 6 kills and 1400 damage is pretty good for a tier 3. It is actually really good for a tier 3 tank, and it should 100% be an ace. So I'm just going to wait just for someone else to shoot this guy, and we are going to get the kill. So 1500 damage, 7 kills in a tier 3, and it is a first class. It's just a first class. It's got to be impossible to get an ace. It has to be impossible to get an ace. So looking at that, look, victory 0, damage 0. That's a bot, but it pretty much looks like a press account. Victory 0, everything 0 on the second one. So Razor, 3rd bot. Moving on, 4th bot, Red Wolf in the Chiha. M5 Stuart, I don't think it's a bot, but 38% win rate. So we've got 4 bots so far. The Cruiser 3, I don't think is a bot, but again, he's only got 42 battles. And the last one, the Cruiser, is of course a bot. Funky 14 in Vader. So next up, we are on the Panzer 4D. Now I am fully upgraded now in this tank. And now I'm at the level where I'm not against any bots. I'm against actual players. And this tank, I mean, I used to love this tank. On my main account back in the day, I used to absolutely love this tank. But now, it's a struggle. I mean, it's not too much of a struggle, but it is a struggle. The aim time on this thing takes forever. It takes forever, and I mean, just look how big that bloom is on this gun. Now, I haven't been struggling. I've actually been doing okay in this tank, but I've been getting bored, and this is why on my main account I normally just free XP everything, because I've actually got everything upgraded now, but I need 400,000 credits to get the next tier. It's 400,000 credits to get tier 5, and I'm only earning a couple of thousand each battle. So it's just like, come on, seriously. I don't need the XP. I've got the Leopard researched. I'm literally now just playing for the credits. So I need to, because I'm just playing for the credits, I'm not too bothered if I get damage, but I still want to get damage, because if I just start YOLOing and not getting much damage, that's still going to affect my average damage. And of course, we're still playing for our average damage, and we're still playing for our win rate. So we've got 2 tanks down this battle. We have killed now the Matilda. I'm now going for this Panzer 4D, who seems like a bot, but he's afraid he's not actually a bot. Misses there, and he's now a one-shot, but we've got tanks all around us. So I need to clear this Panzer 4D so I can turn and face the other tanks that are low hit points. So the M2 medium we are going to clear, and we're just going to run away from the D2 at the moment. He is a tier 3, so he shouldn't be too difficult to take care of. But of course, we haven't got too much armor in this tank, so we want to now just come from distance, start angling from a bit of distance, and let my team get closer to him than I am. So we're now on 1500 damage. Again, not bad for a tier 4, 1600 damage. So far I'm actually doing really well for my win rate, and I'm doing really well for my damage. My damage before I actually got the tier 4 was just over 1000 damage. So it has now dropped to about 900 damage, but that will start going up once I receive the tier 5. So just this B1 to take care of 1700 damage, 4 kills. He does shoot us. We could probably take one more shot if he low rolls, but we don't want to take the chances. We're just going to hide, and hopefully we get the last shot in, and no, we don't. But we still finish on 4 kills, 1800 damage, and not bad. So that is basically it for this episode. We are just going to have a look at the end. We do get the mastery badge. Of course, we wasn't up against any bots. So what really annoyed me about making a new account for a new player is the kind of offers that you get. I've been getting so many offers. I mean, I've just joined, and straight away I can see a Chrysler K on my main screen. I don't want that. As a new player, that's like, oh, that looks good. I don't want that. That should not happen. That should not happen. They shouldn't be trying to get you to buy tier 8 tanks when you first join. And of course, you can see the 80% discount on the right on the Matilda Black Prince, £2.99, 80% discount. That's a good price, but unfortunately I'm not going to buy it. It's a free to play, and you can see we're making the most of the boosters here. We're now on 327,000 credits, so we've still got 70,000+ credits to get the next tank. And now my win rate so far is 80, I think it's 83%, which we are going to show you. 84% with 900 average damage. 2 Rasanis, and we have had 44 battles. So it's going to plan. I'm not too worried about damage so far because we can get the damage a bit later on. So it's more just concentrating on the win rate. But one thing I really am disappointed is I'm on tier 4. I'm now on tier 4, completely free. And before that, it only took me 9 battles. I mean, to get from tier 2 to tier 3 was 5 battles. And to get from tier 3 to tier 4 just took me 4 battles. It should not take that quick. It should not be that quick to get the next tier. Tier 4 is where all the seal clubbers go. You don't want to be there after 9 battles. But that's the way it is. That is the way it is. So hopefully I will get the Leopard soon, the tier 5 soon. As I've said, please donate as much as you can to the charity, to my good cause, and I will see you guys very soon. Goodbye.